Shalom, shalom, Israel's brothers, Y'all coming back at you with another cold call. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Shar Shabbat, 7 days before Passover. 7 days before Passover, man. Right? How should we understanding that we have 7 days before Passover, Satan is going to continue to try you to the very end, even after this Passover, even days on end, months on end, weeks, years on end. And guess what? Our faith is going to be on trial until the day of our souls being saved. Let me go to the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 8. Whom having not seen, ye love, in whom though now you see him not, talking about Yahweh Shai, yet believe in, right? That's our faith. We believe, right? Ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your soul. So yes, we believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Yes, we haven't seen him, but we still love the Lord. But guess what? Our faith has to be proven unto the end. This thing don't stop. The Lord's going to continue to suffer you with bitterness and manifold temptations until the end, until the salvation of the souls of the elect. Let me go to the book of Job chapter 3. So it's not going to stop. We right there. It's been a long so-called sifting season, even though sifting season year round. But especially leading up to Passover, it's been a ride, man. But guess what? Even after the Passover, it's still going to continue, right, to attack you. These spirits still going to continue to come and get you, come and try you, and have you fall. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, and let's start at verse 18. He will not suffer me to take my breath, but filleth me with bitterness. The Lord is not going to suffer you to take your breath sometimes. It's one temptation after another temptation, after another temptation, after another temptation. And guess what? You have to continue to endure every single one of those temptations, man. At no point in time can you quit in that battle. It's a war. Sometimes you have different war fronts. Demons attacking you from this end. Another demon come attack you from this way. A demon pop up out of the ground over here. And you gotta be watching. You gotta be vigilant. You actually go to 1 Peter chapter 5. You gotta be vigilant. You got to be able to keep your head on the swivel, because once those fiery darts come, destroys your faith, if you will allow it. This is the book of 1 Peter. Shalakia. Let's actually get Ephesians. Precept escaping me. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 6 and start at verse 10. Actually, yeah, 1 Peter 5. There we go. That's what I wanted. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So as Satan is walking, seeking whom he may devour, and these demons don't travel alone. So guess what they do? Right? They travel in groups, and guess what? Now you're being attacked from various ways. That's why the Lord said you got to be vigilant. You got to see what's going on. Got to be sober-minded. You don't got time to be lacking out here, man, because they're trying to take your faith away. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Satan was set up in the beginning. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. Genesis chapter 3, Salakia. To keep you from the tree of life. That's his whole duty and job. So that's what he does the best. That's what he prospers at. Right? This Genesis chapter 3 and verse 24. So he drove out the man and placed at the east of the Garden of Eden, right, cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So Satan's job is to try to block the hopeful elect, block the children of Israel from getting the kingdom of heaven, right, from getting everlasting life. That's his whole sole duty and purpose, and the demons that's under him. So it's his job to send you spirits to deal with, right, to Lord willing submit to, right? He wants you to submit to them. But guess what? We understand the faith that we have in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We understand what we have to be girded up with every single day, right? We have to have this on our mind during the Passover, right? This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. When you go to that word wiles, means trickery. You have to stand against the trickery of the devil. These fiery darts that he's trying to throw at you, as it's going to say, you got to be able to dodge them things. Got to be able to flee some battles. Got to be able to fight hard in those battles, right? As a soldier, you got to make that decision. And it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. So you're fighting spiritual wickedness. You're fighting spirits to a T. You have to keep your faith, because when the Lord comes back, there's not going to be a lot of faith on the earth. Let's go to Luke chapter 18 and verse 8. There is not going to be a lot of faith on the earth. It's Luke chapter 18 and verse number 8. I tell you that when he will avenge them speedily, because the Lord's going to avenge us. The Lord's coming back to save his people. You know that. You know these prophecies. That's enough for us to keep our faith. So when the Lord does come back, what does it say? Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah. Is the Lord going to find faith? It's gonna be famine. It's gonna be death, persecution. People gonna be devoured with the sword. You're gonna have the teeth of wild beasts slaying men, destroying men. We have bombs being dropped, people getting kidnapped, all hell breaking loose, such as a time that was never seen, nor since the beginning of man. Paraphrasing. Is he going to find faith on the earth? You're gonna have a lot of Israelites turning back on the Lord. They're not going to receive the end of their faith, even the salvation of their souls. Their souls are going to be destroyed within that time. Is it going to be you? We have to understand that. We have to hold on to this. We have to hold on to our faith. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 8. The Lord speaks about it. The Lord speaks about these men that's going to curse out his name in the last time. These men, they can be in the truth right now. They can be teaching camp, right? Breaking down videos such as this. They could be doing they could be doing some mighty works right now. But guess what? In that time, what the Lord say? This is Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 21. And they shall pass through it, hardly be stead and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves. These men, they're going to lose their faith. They're going to start to doubt. They're going to start to get fearful. And curse their king and their God and look upward. So they're going to start cursing out the American economy, right? Cursing out the stock market. They're also going to be cursing out their God. Who's their God? The Most High is their God. The Most High is the one that's allowing this to happen, right? They're going to be cursing out the Lord. Men in fringes, women in head wraps, cursing out the Most High, the Almighty, because they started to fear these demons. They started to fret themselves, and it casted away their faith for the flesh. Let's go to the book of 2 Ezra 16. Right? This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 16. And let's start at verse. Let's start at verse number 75. Start at verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. So if you don't have faith in the Most High, he can't be your guide. He can't guide you. Imagine trying to guide a person that don't believe in you. They're going to question everything you say. You say left, they say right. You say, let's go this way, ask you why all the time. You're wasting time. You got to break down. You got to explain yourself 1,000 times to these people that don't believe in you. They're going to have their own agendas and plans that's not going to be aligned with yours. So why would the Lord want to lead these people? The Most High is our guide. He's the guide of those that believe in him, because they're going to follow him. No questions asked. All the way into the end, even unto death. The Lord said, don't doubt. What you doubting for? You can't even think in your mind that the Lord not going to get it done. That's doubt. You can't doubt. You got to have whole faith in the Lord. Let's go to Psalms 48 and 14. You cannot doubt. If you doubt, the Lord not going to save you. If you doubt, the Lord not going to save you. This is the book of Psalms 48 and 14. For this, God is our God forever.